I knew too.
Yeah, calling him a bitch was mania.
What up, y'all? So I got me another video react to do real quick. I don't know how long or how short this one will be, but we're gonna go over it real quick. Rev basically uses his mental illness as a way to justify the way he spoke to Shanny's son. Now, but before we get into this, I wanted to say this real quick for y'all. Thank y'all for showing up for that last video. I wasn't expecting 300 something people to be in the chat just for a premiere video. Thank you for all the likes and the comments and watching it. I've been real busy lately. Haven't been able to stream because I got some things going on and stuff. Kids getting older. Kid wants to go do things, go to the beach, go here, go there. So, you know, sometimes I got to prioritize my, not my holidays, my weekends and things of that nature to take care of her. So I don't like doing this, but I mean, if you're enjoying the videos, please make sure to like and subscribe. But if you could, if I premiere this, you can drop super chats in there. You can become a member because I'm gonna drop these videos for members before they're released to the public, or give me a super thanks when you're done. If not, just like I said, like and watch the whole video. That helps just as much as well. So I just want to say that I don't really like shilling or promoting things, but I had to do it. Anyways, back to what I was gonna say. So a lot of people in the last video, well, that has to be a troll, or I don't think that's Will. Well, I want to say this. It doesn't matter if it was Will or not. The mere fact that Jason thought it was, let's say it isn't. Let's say it was a troll. Let's say this is an elaborate troll. At the end of the day, Jason thought that was William and called her son a bitch. Right? Called a 17 to 18-year-old boy a bitch because he couldn't take some criticism that he was getting back, some pushback that he was getting from this boy. So he decided to call him that, and his mother here barely did anything about it. So it doesn't matter if it was a troll or not, it's still gross and disgusting and shows you how he feels about her and her child especially. Anyways, that being said, so I was doing my things yesterday and I saw something on YouTube was talking about Shanny. So I decided to go over her channel and click it and see what was going on. And I saw that they were talking about true crime. So I caught this one little section. I don't know how long they go into it, but we'll watch. Basically, Jason uses his mental illness, I think I said this before, as an excuse to why he talked to this child that way. But anyways, let's get to it. Let's watch it. Let's see what happens.
Yeah, adjudicated.
Yes, that's correct.
Exactly.
Oh, by the way, they're doing true crime. So they're watching, you know, this shit and commentating on it as terribly as they can. But anyways.
Still waiting for that.
Princess says, I'm bipolar. I have the rages, but I'm getting help. Sometimes I don't realize what I've said in a rage. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
that's Jason.
Yeah,
that's
absolutely.
The whole William debacle
no,
on Easter.
That's different, and I don't want to talk about that.
Okay.
He lied.
Well, there you go. So Shanny actually is the one that is making. Oh shit! Damn it. So Shanny is the one trying to make excuses for him. Oh, the reason the whole William debacle, him calling my son a bitch and cursing me out while it happened, that was bipolar, which Jason goes, no, that was different. I don't want to talk about it. But watch, he's still going to use it as an excuse. Watch, it's going to happen. Watch.
But that's okay. We've gone past that, and we made up, and it's all good. But you can say shit when you're bipolar and you're not even knowing you're saying it.
Mm-hmm.
It just flies right out your fucking mouth. And then you can't take that back. It's just out there.
That's honestly why I've become numb to your insults.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've become numb to your verbal and emotional abuse because bipolar. That's never a fucking excuse. Like, don't get me wrong. Could it be a reason to why a person might act a certain way? Why they might be impulsive, or why maybe they might fly off the handle at times? Yes, but no. Like how? I mean, it hasn't been like back to back to back. But how many times have we seen these two get into like just say the most disgusting things about each other? Right, and because they're codependent, well, yeah, they're codependent on one another. They always make an excuse about the next day, like it's okay. You know what I'm saying? But okay, even if let's grant it, even if hold on, let me blow my camera up a little bit bigger. Even if, let's say, even if you're okay, which it should never be okay, but even if you're okay with him talking to you like that, you should never, ever be okay with him speaking to your child in that manner. Okay? Never. Hell no. That, like, I don't, now granted he's 18, but still at the end of the day, let's be honest. When you're 18, you're still a child. I like back in the day when I was there, shit, I'm grown, I can do what I want. But I mean, legally you're an adult, but still you're still technically a teenager. You're 18. You're a teenager. You know what I'm trying to say? It's just there has to be a legal age where you're able to take care of yourself and do things on your own. That's why. But really, you're still a child. And and even if he wasn't 18, even if he was 25, him talking to her son like that is wild disrespectful to her and the kid, and it's not cool. And you don't get to blame your mentals on that. If you got that type of issue, then maybe y'all shouldn't be together. If you feel that way toward the kid when you're bipolared out, okay?
You should, because they don't mean anything. It's just symbols clanging.
Yeah.
That's all
I just remind you, dear, you're having one of your moments. Please stop. I am not your enemy.
Mm-hmm. That's all you can do.
That's all you can do.
That's all you can do.
And then I guess when she attacks him, that's her excuse, her BPD. When she says disgusting things or kind of constantly jumping down his throat or fucking with him, though. These two are ridiculous. These two are ridiculous.
With BPD, there's the switching deal, which when that happens, the person that's with the BPD person has to walk away. You just let them go for a while.
You never let them walk. You never let her. First off, Shanny can't walk, but maybe you should be the one that walk away. But you don't. You sit there until she berates you, until you go insane on her back. That's the problem. Neither of y'all can like leave the other alone. Like I understand that there's going to be times when you're in a relationship and one of y'all are mad at the other, and sometimes you just got to walk away, cool down, and talk about it later. You know what I'm trying to say? But that never happens with these two when they fight.
You might have a point there, chick. Even then, he is so deep in the illness, the confinement anywhere will cause him to stay in a state of rage.
Yeah, just kill him.
That's possible.
Just put some whatever it is that they use to kill the people for lethal injection. Do it now. Just get rid of them.
Princess says my husband is like numb to it. He knows I don't mean it. There you go. You have to.
That's how you do it. Exactly. It means nothing. A bipolar moment means nothing.
Yeah, like William, the next day he was...
Hold on. Go back. He says a bipolar moment means nothing. No, it doesn't, because it's not like he just got mad and yelled. Y'all got into an argument, you called him a bitch, bro. It's a bipolar moment. It doesn't mean anything. I don't give a fuck. Yo, if you're not on your medicine and you're not doing therapy to get this under, like I've known people, like Shanny constantly is a disgusting, mean, evil person. And then whenever she's called out on it, she goes that oh, BPD. I know people with BPD. All right. I've talked to people with BPD, and have I gotten snapped at by them before? Yeah, but guess what? They go, you know what? Literally quickly, they're like, hey, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to do that. I snapped at you and I shouldn't have did that. I shouldn't have snapped at you. Sorry, I keep looking at the screen here. I snapped at you and I shouldn't do that, and I apologize. Right? They take accountability for the thing. They don't use their mental illness as an excuse.
A bipolar moment means nothing.
Yeah, like William, the next day he was like, his dad feeling better, you know, because he knew it was mania.
No, he's been conditioned. He's been around you and this man long enough to know that y'all switch. One minute he yelling and screaming and probably hitting him, and the next minute y'all are cool and nice and lovey-dovey toward him, or as lovey-dovey as y'all could be. You know what I'm trying to say? And I know a lot of y'all is like, man, I wish Will would stay away from her, blah, blah, blah. I hate to say it, but that's his mom, man. A lot of us know, a lot of people know that, you know, that their mothers can be nuts, or they don't have the best relationships with their mothers, or, you know, but, you know, when you're a child, you don't see that. You know what I'm trying to say? You don't see the flaws in your parents until you get older. And then you have to realize that your parents are people. They're human, just like you, and they have flaws and things like that. You know what I'm trying to say? And he'll realize that eventually, that even though his mom, he loves his mom, the older he gets, he'll realize that she has flaws, but does that mean that he'll love her any less? There's tons of us. I know people that have been abused, all kinds of stuff, and they still take care of their mom. They still go visit their family, things like that. You know what I'm saying? And it sucks, but you know, in an ideal world, Will would just stay with his foster family and just never talk to her again. But that's just not how it works.
I knew too.
Yeah, calling him a bitch was mania.
You just said it wasn't. You just said the way you acted wasn't, and that he lied. You see how it is. You see, he's using now. He sees that I guess nobody in the chat is going at him and Shanny, so he decided to swap up what he said and say, "Yeah, call him a bitch was mania." Disgusting.
And that is the mania.
Yes, I knew.
Because it's just clanging a cymbal. It doesn't mean anything.
No.
But
you are better at controlling that impulsivity.
Rehab. That's the rehab.
So
the rehab helped me a lot with that.
The rehab, by the way, he's not currently going to any kind of therapist or anything. He's not taking any kind of therapy. That tells you right there. I doubt he's on meds. He says he's on meds. I don't think he's on meds.
Yeah.
And walking away is very important to remember.
Then why didn't you walk away when that was going on? You know, sometimes you got to learn when you're old, when you're fucking 40, at least when you're fucking before that. But if you're 40 fucking years old and you can't figure out that, okay, I'm getting a little angry right now, maybe I should walk away or go do something else because I'm getting pissed off. You ain't never gonna learn.
Walking away is very effective when you're in that mind state.
Tam says, I say the nastiest things in a manic rage, just awful. My husband ignores me. You have to.
Yeah, he's got it right. Because he knows he loves you, and he knows it's not you.
It is you, because you're meant to. I'm sorry, all that shit has a limit. For me, it has a limit. Like, if I was with somebody like that, there's going to be a time that I'm going to go, you know what? I'm done with this. Like, I'm tired of, you having your mental illness issues and now you're jumping down my throat and attacking me. I don't deserve it, nor do I need it. Eventually it's gonna be a straw that breaks the camel's back, and I'm gonna be done with it. You know what I'm saying? I can only take so much. I can only take so much of you calling a family member a name, or calling, damn sure I wouldn't be dealing with it if you was talking about my child. Like, you can say what you want about me. Eventually I'll get tired of that as well. But yeah, talking about my family and people that ain't got nothing to do with this, or attacking my child, yeah, that's a straw. That's the last straw. I couldn't take it.
That's exactly right. That's how spouses have to handle it.
Yep.
Because the horrible things could come out your mouth, and you don't mean it. Yeah. You don't feel that way at all.
Them dirty ass nails, look.
But it flies out your fucking mouth.
Yeah, and that makes it okay.
Fucking camera.
Yeah, it's old. It's a miracle all this stuff still works, a lot of it. You know?
Maybe next time I get paid by YouTube, I'll just get a new camera.
New keyboard set.
It's a miracle Shanny's still on YouTube. I don't know how. I love how all these people end up bandivating and they always just make another channel. It's crazy. But I mean, YouTube, there's too many channels, there's too many people uploading videos for them to be on everything 24/7. So, she slipped through the crack. Ugh, what did I say? And it's never gonna happen. Shanny, I mean, you can't stop yourself from smiling, but you definitely can. No, keep the camera you got. Let that shit be blurry. Shanny, I skipped through a lot of that, but Shanny told me she needed a new camera because it keeps defocusing. No, Shanny, leave it, because we don't need to see that anymore. I don't want to see that anymore.
Toto said when you break a mirror and glue it back together, it's fixed, but never the same. Exactly.
Yeah.
That's a good analogy. So there's only so many times that you can break a mirror before you can't put the pieces back together, right? Like, come on.
Triumph Trick said, yeah, I've had to teach my husband to please just ignore me during my bullshit. There you go.
Me too. That's exactly what I say too to Shanny. If I'm flying off at the cuff like that, ignore it, because it doesn't mean anything.
Yeah.
Then maybe y'all shouldn't record it. Shanny, maybe you need to learn that when he starts getting like that, maybe not to, if that's y'all's dynamic, right? He gets mad, he flies off the handle, he says wild shit, then maybe you need to hit that button and turn it off, or pause it, turn the camera off, say, hey, you having one of your moments, I need you to go into the other room or go upstairs, cool off, think about what you're saying, and then come back later. right now I'm streaming and I don't want people to see, and they're gonna start with their narratives and that, or you turn the stream off. Hey y'all, Rev's having a little thing. I'll be back in a few. I'm gonna talk to him, I'm gonna cool down, and we'll be back. Turn it off and come back later. You don't got a job, neither of you. Y'all don't have anything going for you. It's not that difficult for you to turn off a stream. It's not, it's not like somebody like, people who work and have children and have responsibilities, man, maybe they might pause or turn the camera off for a second, fix the issue, then come back. Y'all, you could just turn the camera off and then come back. That's all you do anyway. Sit your fat, stinky ass there and stream. So maybe start doing that. I know y'all not gonna do it, and it's for my benefit and others that react to you, but hey.
I don't mean it at all. I think my grandfather Davis was bipolar too, because he would do that to grandma, and he loved my grandma.
Or he probably was a drunk, alcoholic, abusive piece of shit like you. Like I said, I don't agree with any of the stuff that you're saying. I really don't. I don't believe him. I think that I don't think that he's taking any medicine. I don't think he's in any kind of therapy. I personally think Jason's drinking again, but that could be me. Maybe it's just me. I don't know.
More than anyone that he possibly could love. And he would say horrible things to her.
I'll say to my husband, now I feel a rage, go for a walk. Yeah, that's the best thing, is going for a walk.
Separate.
That's why
But neither of you can't walk because he can't breathe and you can't walk, and if you fall and stumble, you might start rolling. Yeah, keep rolling. Anyways, I'm not gonna sing that song, but that song comes to mind, Limp Bizkit.
Hey, get out. Leave.
That is the best thing to do.
But sometimes he doesn't want to leave, and I'm like, dude, please go.
Because I don't feel like I'm in it, but I am.
Yeah.
I still gotta work on that.
Yeah.
Well, then y'all need to. Anyways, I'm talking as if these people were normal people. Then y'all need to have something like, hey, honey, I think you're having a manic moment. I think I need you. If any time that your spouse says, I need a break, I need you to walk away, or I need to have a break, I need to go in the other room. Y'all should respect each other's space. So if he at any point that Shanny, if Shanny feels that way and she wants to tell him like, look, I need you to go in the other room. You're being abusive. You're yelling at me, and I'm having issues with that. I would like it if you go into the other room while I finish the stream. Then that's what should happen. But that never happens. She pokes and prods him. Like, she could have stopped reading Will's. Let's be honest. She could have stopped reading Will's comments, but she didn't. She continuously kept reading and reading and reading and reading and reading and pissing him off. Right, and then he acted the way he acted. And I'm not excusing either side, but she shouldn't be poking him. He shouldn't be acting like that. They both should have the common sense to separate, but they don't. It's so weird.
Like, I feel like I'm justified going, no, wait a minute, I'm going to talk about this AI thing, and then it can get hostile because the bipolar.
Emotional control is a beautiful thing. Yes, it is.
And neither of you have it.
Yes, it is.
Exactly.
Both of you, if I didn't know you guys were over 40, I would think you guys were like teenagers.
It's very important.
So many people online have the emotional regulation of a fucking 5-year-old. It's insane. And even that's insulting 5-year-olds.
If you're bipolar, you really better keep your emotions.
I'm gonna just start blaming all my negative traits on my ADHD. I'm just gonna, from now on, whenever, I ADHD'd out. I need to do that. Yeah. Especially since I just got a diagnosis. I'm gonna start doing that.
Because they can go in a second, and it doesn't even mean the person that you were talking to didn't even mean anything bad. And you can just, boom, just lash out. That's why you gotta take walks. That is absolutely great advice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, even if you'd have to get out and go outside. You almost never do that unless you're probably going to get some medicine, that 19-ounce pill. That being said, it just cracks me up how he's just, now it's all his bipolar, the reason why he's being a disgusting piece of crap to his stepson.
And then 5 minutes, come back, we're good. Are you okay? You do that a lot. When I come back in, are you okay now? Yes, honey, I
Whoa,
agreed.
whoa,
I'm
whoa.
sorry I was an asshole.
There you go.
And it's fine. But you have to learn these techniques. And DBT is phenomenal. That's
You have to learn these techniques that we don't use.
what I'm gonna say.
Princess's bipolar is scary in my opinion. It is.
Oh, you have no
It is for the spouse too.
Yeah, no.
It's horrifying.
It's worse for the spouse.
Yeah.
Because you don't know what could happen.
Yeah, poor
No.
Shanny. Poor Shanny.
You don't have a clue what could happen. It could come out of nowhere.
But that's the thing, it didn't come out of nowhere. Rev doesn't like to be questioned whenever he talks. How many times have we watched something and somebody pushes back on what he says or disagrees with him and he rages out? It's just, he's a little man with impotent rage. That's what it is.
We should show that clip, Shanny.
What?
Bipolar John Marston.
Yeah, I was thinking of that.
We should show that clip.
It's
that's
true.
That's exactly how it is.
It is.
Hey, Dad, let's go fishing. Okay, son. Oh, Dad, are we going fishing? Shut up. What the hell's wrong with you? Son, I'm gonna,
Oh, he's talking about Red Dead. John Marston was a Red Dead character. Yeah. That has to do with bipolar, by the way.
That's exactly how it is. You need a lifetime of learning techniques.
This Real American 777 said, "Not sorry, Shanny and Rev, you're both CAs, so I will continue to say what I want when I want to. And I am showing up at your door."
That's
okay,
weird.
then you'll
A
have
threat.
the police called.
That's a threat.
Never mind the troll. I find it hilarious that Rev said, you need a lifetime to learn these techniques. Y'all never change. You yell at each other. Y'all get into these fights. Like it's been a while since you had a big one like last time, but you guys don't change. Stop. So I skipped it, but they looked up the Red Dead game, and basically in that game, you can play as two different characters. At the end of the game, you switch up, and he has a son, and you can say things to your kid. You can say things to anybody. You can have a negative response and a positive response. So I guess him switching and being a nice and then a piece of shit is supposed to be an example of being bipolar. I just think Rev's a fucking asshole little man that doesn't like people to question.
They take one clip like that of you saying something like that, and it's over. Forever, you're a CA-er. It's insane.
Yeah.
No, Rev, okay, that's what the person was talking about, though, the troll that said they was going to come to the house. A CA or obviously a child abuser. Rev, once again, we've seen it multiple times. You talking to the mother crazy, cursing the kids. I don't know how many videos I got to do, how many videos Carrie had to do, Drag, Toast, Jules, the Geek Room, Frank, like how many people had to cover you screaming at her, saying you're a piece of children, what did you call them? Those burdens. You said this multiple times. Y'all, sound off in the comments or in the chat of other things he said about those kids. Then you recently called her son a bitch. Like, you've done it many times, bro. That's verbal abuse. Then you were arrested for kicking Zach. I have the damn police report. You kicked him. Then Shanny did a whole stream while you were in jail. You went to jail. They picked you up. You were in jail for like a week. They picked you up, took you to jail. Shanny is streaming, telling everybody what a piece of crap you are, that you put your hands on a child and she'll never get back with you again. Then when you get released, granted, by the way, you spent half that money on drugas, apparently. But then you get out. You're not supposed to be in the house. They tell Shanny if you come back in the house, the kids are going. You let them back in the house because you wanted adult time. Y'all know how this is. I gotta clean it up a little bit. Y'all wanted to smash or whatever. You let them back in the house, and not that long after, the kids were taken. Okay, so why would you? And I know you guys lie. Oh, the vacation, blah blah. Why would they take your children Why would they take your children if he wasn't abusive to them physically? Why? Why would they take them? It makes no sense. Shanny, oh, I'm sick and I couldn't take. There's plenty of women that are sick, can't. There's plenty of women that are sick, severely sick, and work and still take care of their kids. It's because you decided to stay with a child abuser. It wasn't one clip. It's multiple clips. I don't know how many videos on my channel I have of y'all screaming and talking shit to each other, and then the ones where you're talking about the children. The one where you spit in her face and put your fingers to the head and you know, implying that it was a weapon, instead if you had one, you would take them all out. You threatened her and her children when you did that. So it wasn't one clip. God, you guys are either you're lying to yourselves or you're completely and utter deluded.
Everyone are dealing with mental illness.
Yes.
And we
This
all
is
know
why, and I hate to say this, sorry that I'm stopping. This is why I'm gonna be honest, both of these people obviously have something wrong up here. And I'm not using that as a way to attack them. There's obviously something not quite right about Shanny and Rev, right? And I'm not trying to shit on anybody that has mental illness. But this is why I think personally, you have to factor these things in, because some people's mental illnesses are worse than others. They end up having, because I've heard this many stories I've heard where people's parents were mentally ill and they had to deal with that really bad. Then you have some people with parents that have mental illness that are either maybe not as severe or they were out there taking care of it, because a lot of people don't take care of their mental illnesses. You know what I'm trying to say? And that can scar your children. Sometimes you gotta think about that too, because you could pass that on to your children. You know what I'm saying? You gotta think about these things, right? You know, people treat children and animals, like pets, like accessories, and nobody thinks that these are lives. These are, you know, granted, having a pet can be I'm not trying to equate the two. I'm just saying the way people treat having children and almost to like having a pet, which these are living, breathing creatures. They're not accessories. They're not shoes. They're not a statue. They're not a phone. Some people take care of their phones better than they do their kids. You know, they're not video games. They're not cars. Okay, they're living, breathing creatures, and you should be thinking about these things before you get a pet, and you damn sure should be thinking about it 10 times as longer before getting a kid. You know what I'm saying? Like they depend on you, you know, and it's just people don't think about this stuff when they have children. Before that, they don't think about the mentals they may have. They don't think about their living situation, how much money, or they don't think about it. It's just, I want to have two kids, and then you get pregnant. It's you know, it's ridiculous. Anyways,
what we go through with it and how hard it is, and dealing with the stigma and the hate that comes along with it.
Nobody hate.
The
fear. Nobody hates you because you have your mental illness, Shanny. If you literally have BPD, nobody's mad at you about that. There's tons of people in the audience. There's tons of creators that have BPD. There's tons of streamers that have it, right? Borderline personality disorder, right? Tons of people that have that. Excuse me if I jumble my words. It happens. Tons of people that have that. But when you do crappy things, like allow this abuser in your house to talk about your children, to spit on you, for you to hit him, you hit him to hit you, vice versa. Y'all always go back to, oh, it's my mentals. It was my mentals. No, that's not your mentals. That's not your mentals. That's just an excuse you use, and that's why people go at y'all. Because there's people that have these issues, and they don't do a fraction of the stuff that you guys do.
People fear you.
People fear you because you pushed them through glass windows and punched them in the face.
It's sad, but then there's guys like,
and then chase them with an axe, you know, like she did her brother-in-law, her ex-brother-in-law.
That make people who aren't malicious look like assholes.
All right, well, that's it. I'm not going to cover any more of this because I don't know how much more she's going to talk about these situations. And the video is like, what, 2 hours and 42 minutes? Oh, 3 hours and 42 minutes long. I'm not going through all that. I just wanted to do that real quick. So, all right, y'all, I'm out. Leave your comments in the, you know, leave me some comments. Hit that like button. Like I said, if you can spare it, you know, super chat in the live chat or super thanks, become a member, You know what I'm saying? I'll be trying to put some more content out. Got some more other edited videos that I'm gonna be doing. So I'll see you guys on the next one. All right, later. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And like I said, just if you don't,
Nigga, I don't give a fuck. Even if you think I should, bitch. Nigga, I don't